The other day, I was in a foul mood. Why? Just woke up like that. Maybe it was the weight of the world on my shoulders, wondering what I'm doing with my life, with September fast approaching, in which I've got to make a decision. Am I going to study? Am I going to have an apprenticeship? Am I going to get a job? Or maybe I just slept funny. I don't know. But I was going downstairs. I woke up late, so that didn't help. Getting my breakfast, not having any plans for the day. And I just wanted to go on a walk by myself. I wanted to go to a local reservoir where there's nice fields, trees, ducks waddling by. I wanted to go by myself. I thought about inviting a friend to come with me, but I needed to be alone to rejuvenate. I had also recently learnt about the exercise technique of rucking, where you start putting extra weight in your backpack to burn more calories. So I thought, why not? Let's kill two birds with one stone. Or one, feed two birds with one bird feeder for all you vegans and vegetarians out there. Please don't hate me. um, I started putting books in my bag to add some extra weight. And I said to my mum, "Oh, I'm going for a walk by myself." And she looked a bit confused. I love my mother dearly, but she's a bit overprotective. She wonders where I'm going by myself and if there's dodgy people about, which I am very grateful for. And she could tell I wasn't in the best of moods because I was giving very blunt one word, two word replies. And she asked me, "Are you okay? Is everything alright?" And to be honest with you, everything was alright. I wasn't ill. I wasn't going through anything bad mentally. It was just, I was in a bad mood for not much reason at all. So I said to her, "Yeah, I'm fine." She asked me again, gave me one of those motherly looks like, "Tell me what's wrong." I assured her there was nothing wrong, and I went on my way. Chucked my things in the car and drove to the reservoir. It was a lovely spring day, the sun was shining, and I felt at peace when I arrived there. I was walking through the shade of the trees, through to the opening light of the sunlight at the very end, went over a bridge watching the ducks float by so peacefully. Not a care in the world. Sometimes you look at animals and I wish I was that free. Kept on my journey, said, actually, did I greet strangers when I went by? Because sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. Maybe if I was in a foul mood, I think I just kept on my walk. But I do try when I'm walking past strangers in those kind of areas to say good morning, good afternoon, have a smile on my face. I think maybe to one person, I don't recall. I kept walking in the trees with the weight on my backpack. And I don't know if anyone else does this, but when you're walking with stuff on your back, I feel like I'm marching. I feel like a soldier on his way to God knows where, having his supplies in his backpack, or just being a wanderer. I'm not sure if this is just a guy thing or people with vivid imaginations and clearly no speaking skills walking along and imagining they're a certain hero or a character, but that's something that my mind does sometimes. And whilst I was walking, I was not really thinking a lot, just enjoying the moment, imagining I was this soldier walking by. And when I reached the end of the trail and walked back to my car, I felt 10 times better. I felt like my problems of the morning, the bad mood that I was in that morning, hadn't happened. I felt really at peace, listening to the sounds of the trees, the wind blowing, the grass slowly moving, the water trickling by, the ducks quacking in the distance, having some kind of argument. And I just felt very at peace and very happy that I had taken this opportunity. Because sometimes when you're in that mindset, you have a kind of snowball effect where instead of trying to do something to stop this getting bigger and bigger, your problems that is, you just sort of, I call it wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's say you wake up, you're in a bad mood. You'll often do things that are going to emphasize those bad things and expand how terrible you feel that day. I could have stayed in bed longer than I should have, which I kind of did, but I could have got up at 1 p.m, so I'm glad that I got up at like 9, 10 a.m. I could have scrolled on my phone. I could have eaten poorly. I could have just stayed inside and not bothered to breathe in the fresh air and feel the sun kissing my face. And it is often just getting that momentum that's the hardest thing. Because when you're in that mindset, even going outside, it just feels like a chore. It feels way harder than it actually is. But all you really need to do, okay, what do I need to do first? I need to eat my breakfast. I need to get dressed. I need to put my shoes on. Put my stuff in my backpack. Walk outside. Put my stuff in my car. Drive to the place. Have a lovely walk. A peaceful, tranquil walk. Drive home. And feel like $1,000,000. It's the simple things in life. It's when you go down to the bare basics of just being a human being, connecting with nature, doing what our ancestors did. I'm sure a lot of them who were in survival mode didn't just go outside for pleasure. They were just there for trying to survive, trying to get food and what have you. But let's imagine your great-great-great-grandfather. Him sat on a porch somewhere, pipe in his hand, watching the sunset, thinking, life ain't that bad. And I thought the same. When I woke up that morning, I was so dampened by the weight of the world, so anxious about what was to come. But when I headed outside, spent time in nature, and embraced the solitude, life ain't that bad. I should be grateful to have the opportunity to go outside like this and to have the opportunity to simply be and walk past, seeing people enjoying their day in the sunshine. And that's my advice to anyone who's feeling down at the moment. Just try to get outside. I know sometimes you might think, oh, well, what's the point? It's just, I could consume more content, have some entertainment, or potentially learn something from this TikTok. No. You will learn so much more about yourself, about your mood, by being outside than you could possibly imagine. Trust me, bro, if you're not even an outdoor person, you can surely get some benefit from going on a 10-15 minute walk in the woods, in a nearby field, in a public park, wherever. Just enjoy creation. Be grateful that it's around you and understand that life can get better, but you've got to take that first step and step outside. Thank you very much for listening. I wish you the most fantastic possible sunny day. I hope where you are, the sun is shining. But if not, enjoy the rain, enjoy the nice sound, enjoy the snow, whatever weather you've got, observe it with glee. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment down below saying, wow, this was proper good. And I'll see you in the next one. God bless and take very good care of yourself.